if you want to make a video but you just can't afford a camera? Or what if you want to make a video right now but you just don't have access to a camera? Or if the world was somehow so cruel that I decided to remove all of my cameras and ability to record something digitally or with ease? I would seriously have to think outside the box. Bro, you really emptied this whole place?
Yep.
Any film happens in 3 stages. Firstly, pre-production, which is the basic idea. Well, this week's video was supposed to be about my sausage dog Joe, called 5 Barks, but we'll get into that in a bit. Number 2, which is production. This is actually going ahead and shooting it. We don't have that one. And then lastly, post-production. We take the footage, which we don't have, and put it into here to edit. As you can see, we have a slight problem on our hands. That's Joe, by the way. Luckily enough, in the studio I have my personal box, which weirdly and suspiciously enough is going to contain all of the objects I need in order to make a video with a $10 camera of sorts. I don't even know if you can call it a camera.
Except the component.
And for those who don't know how a camera works or takes an image, the process of this magical invention works something like this. Okay, so a camera is basically a light-proof box, built to capture light. A camera works the same way a human eye does. The diaphragm of the camera is like the iris of your eye and determines the amount of light entering the camera. Behind that are lenses. Light bends when it travels through different spaces, through different mediums, such as from air to glass. The light is then focused to a central point. When you click the shutter button, the movable mirror shifts upward in the camera. The light stops when it reaches the film in the camera or retina in your eye, which forms an inverted singular image, and a video camera basically does this 24 times a second at the same speed a human eye processes movement. Therefore you have it. Simple, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. The only way to truly pull this off is to get into the mind of the camera, to go back to basics, and couple that with real-life scenes so that this film has some sort of personal touch to it. This is going to be one difficult task. Let's build this thing.
Work harder, move faster, think clearer, do more and be smarter. This production is it. My goals get larger and larger. My flow gets sharper and sharper. There's known as a shark in the harbor, searching for the blood in the water, expecting it all but not willing to barter. Now I know better and I know I don't be everywhere.
This device should capture sufficient light through this tiny little pinhole and project or lock an image onto the photography paper at the back. I have a theory that if we capture 24 still frames, we can turn it into a video. Therefore, I'd need about 1,000 of these photos just to get 40 seconds of video. The idea is simple. 5 Barks is a film about my best friend, a 12-year-old sausage dog named Joe. The amount of joy he carries is inspiring. He has this outlandish ability to make anyone laugh with his mischievous behavior. He has been there through the most important parts of my life. He has taught me 5 imperative life lessons that I will describe visually through capturing his authentic nature on different mediums. Pinhole, animation, stop motion, a really unconventional way without a camera, stock footage, voiceover, and music. We should get a beautiful sunset here. I'm going to try and do some sort of like an emotion blur shot with the... I don't know if it's going to work. It's difficult in the wind. It's super important to keep this box as stable as possible, and then open up the shutter for around a minute to let sufficient light in. It's super shaky, but that'll give it the... This black bag is to preserve the capture. If any little bit of light gets in here, the whole thing is screwed. Shooting another 25 images like this is going to be a nightmare. Now to roughly shoot 900 more. Don't even know if we've got anything. I'm going to do these first shots with Joe. I'm going to try not wake him because I need him to be still for the camera. Okay, he was too excited, so we woke him. Come show me, catch your tail. Catch your tail. Say what's up. So, plan is to play the waiting game and wait for Joe to go to bed. But between now and when he decides to go to sleep, we can shoot some other scenes. The problem is each photo takes so long. About 40 photos in each location. Now we wait and then repeat 100 times. If we can just turn the lights off to get the film out. Yeah, off with the lights. Ooh, on with the lights. It's gonna be a long night. Boom, off with the lights. I just tweeted, imagine the earth was round and people believe that I'm a flat earther. Ridiculous. What if the earth is flat? You hear that snoring? I think Joe might be sleeping. Sleep time. I'm gonna go get my thing. He loves this pink blanket. We're gonna have to wait for him to get a lot more tired. I hope this works. Imagine developing all of these, they're just blank. Spoiler alert, it was far too dark in this location, and even though we left the shadow open for the ridiculous amount of time of 20 minutes, they were still underexposed. Oh, I can't go to sleep. We've got so much more to shoot. Are you listening to me? All I need you to do is just lie down on your couch. Maybe he's going. That's the perfect shot. I can see it. I just need Joe to be right here. Sleeping. Up. Now you stay there.
Life is about following your dreams.
So I want to sit here, I'm going to try and do an entire piece of dialogue in still frame. When I say hi, it's going to be like, I'm going to have to do like an overdub. These are your tools. These are the non-exposed pieces of film. Open this up. And then close it. You take your piece of film, all in the dark, I can't see, and repeat. If you screw this up, people know who you are.
I know.
Time for the big reveal. Hope this worked. Can you turn the light off? Why do I always whisper in the dark? Do you do that? Something's happening. See something, bro. Bro, can you see me there? That's so sick. Okay, let's hang this thing. Show me what it looks like inverted. We used the inverted camera on Luke's phone to see the true image. I'm just going to let these dry a little bit, and then I'm going to move on to scanning them in and inverting them so that I can actually see what's on the image. But from what I can see, it's really dope. During these batches, I'm going to go look at other mediums like stocks. He is just so handsome. Here's the blanket that he broke. And stop motion. This copy machine behind me is essentially the camera for this entire production. The pinhole device is basically the lens, and this copy machine is actually capturing everything for us since we couldn't make use of a video camera. Usually when I make stop motion, we shoot from the top down anyway, so I don't understand how this can't work. Oh, bro. This is totally gonna work. An animation, as well as VO. Pass my script, bro. Bro, what's the time?
3 a.m.
3! Better get moving. I had to quickly dump all the scans and get to the airport within 2 hours. I've got all the footage. I'm off to the airport now. It's been a long day, but I'll continue when I get to Albania. Persendetia. Place called? Fuck, it's cold. I'm in Velcro, Albania, in the mountains called the Cursed Mountains behind me. Over here is a helicopter. That helicopter is going to be taking us helicopter snowboarding in those mountains that way. But before that, which will probably be next week's video, let's start with this edit. Bro, this isn't actually that bad. Come check it. Can you see it? Hey? Here's a really quick description of how I got these images into Premiere Rush. First I scanned them, then inverted them, upped the contrast as well as the sharpness, tried to lessen the amount of vignetting, and then cut it into a sequence at 12 frames per second. I would also like to add how seamless this workflow is. I'm editing while on the go in Albania on my laptop, as well as my phone. I don't know where my phone is. Time to start this mammoth of an edit. Okay, that's it. It took way longer than I expected. Today's my birthday, hence why I have all of these balloons. Daddy, how do you... What was that? I spent way too long. I spent way too long editing this video. It's finally exporting. Enjoy. 5 Barks, starring Joe Boy. Who knew a short, overweight, outlandish sausage dog could be so wise? This is a film about his 5 loudest barks. Joe always enjoys the view. For an old dog, it's easier to slouch, and of course keeping one's head down offers the opportunity to find the odd savory scrap. But Joe takes time to wonder, to unapologetically observe for the sake of stillness. He moves past his mistakes really quickly. The only real mistake is the one which he learns nothing from. He uses intuition over intellect. You got this, boy. This whisper from the soul is all he needs to achieve greatness. He keeps his feet on the ground and his head in the sky. Looking up gives him the chance to see us looking down at him, always smiling. He likes to remind himself of the fact that he makes us happy. And he never masks his feelings. And no matter if he jumps up and down while catching his tail barking 20 times a day to showcase his excitement to see us, he'll always do it as if it's his first. Not bad, right? I'm definitely going to try and do that again sometime in the future. I will probably not try that again. I just want to thank Joe for his incredible participation. Thank you, boy. You were amazing. Amazing. I want to collaborate with you. Therefore, make a film on Rush and hashtag Made with Rush and Dan Mace, and then tweet it to me. And then I will fly to the winner to collaborate on a film during my season 2. Make sure to subscribe to my channel as well as the Adobe Creative Cloud channel, which I'll link below. It's super great for reviews and tricks and tips on editing that I use all the time. Other than that, don't forget, you're awesome, bro, and I'll see you next week, Wednesday.